Back again with the Hala Blue here in the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018. Summer Seasons is Masters League. Brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Intel and the lovely folks at Nordwind Gaming and ESL India presenting it to you. I have Mamba Senior Patel.
Mamba Senior Patel.
Did I just say Mamba Senior Patel? Sorry. Ranjit Mamba Senior aka Loki Patel.
Why Loki though? Am I the god of mischief?
You haven't seen Thor Ragnarok?
I have.
I feel like Chris Hemsworth when I sit with you. I'm like, oh, he's just already like, backstabbed me like 4 times since morning. He knows how much I love snakes, so he just pretended to be a nice, lovely snake, and I went over to him and like stabbed me. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's just that Mamba is a snake.
Is a snake.
And one of the deadliest snakes also.
Yeah, pretty much.
But is your game play deadly?
That's very deadly, actually. That's very, very deadly. You have to play with me to realize that.
I refuse to. I'll be shamed. I'll be CS shamed. But ladies and gentlemen, talking about CS, we have an interesting game lined up today. Brutality versus Team Iyati for you guys. Mamba?
Do you want my predictions right now?
No, I want you to talk about the game.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, I would really want to talk about it after the team intro, but since you already asked me the question, this matchup. Brutals, we saw them play yesterday as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday, they were really dominating. And against Intensity, Pune 5 as well.
Yeah.
It was such a dominating performance, and Adi was just, oozing with love, gushing with love.
Adi is always gushing with love for Brutality, Ex-team.
The rest of them get a spanking, right? All the other teams just get spanked.
Yeah, I don't know. So unless and until like Brutality is not doing the way they were doing things back in the winter season last year, Adi is happy with
but the fact that they did actually play really well yesterday. A-Star was on point. He was just playing picture-perfect Counter-Strike. Rix was actually on top of the scorecard in the first half as well itself. I think he had like 20 frags. So going back to his olden days, channelizing his inner older Rix, where he was like so young and so sharp, right? I mean, even though he's not very old, but obviously age does get to you. I still like to call him one of the best toppers in the country, probably the best topper in the country as well right now, because Hunter has not been all that consistent. So Rix. And he's just such a versatile player, right? But that's enough about Brutality. We've always talked about these guys. But Iyati, again, I've talked about them. I've told these guys. I've told the viewers as well. They are a promising team, but they've not been able to put up those consistent results. It's pretty much their growth chart. It's stalling now. It's like they're hitting the skill ceiling. The only hope I have right now for them is due to the fact that since they have a little new lineup, Badman isn't playing for them. They just might be able to break that barrier. Just might be able to go above that, above that stall. But I think it's going to be really hard.
Okay, then let's start off with the introductions. Yeah, let's start off with Brutality. Alrighty then, that's Team Brutality there, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic team there. Fields one of India's best oppers for that point of matter. Rix, Akash More.
That's true. That is absolutely true. And if needed, the other players on the team can op as well, except Venom, of course. But
or A-Star.
Or A-Star. I mean, A-Star still, I think he can still do it decently. No. Okay, so the thing is, it's just the fact that he's. Even if he might have not been able to do it in the past.
See, that way anybody can opt.
No. It's not that. It's just the fact that his decision making is so much on point. His aim obviously is on par with his decision making. That is what makes him such a good player, right? He's always in the best position. And yesterday, I don't know. So there was this one moment where Adi mentioned that he unbinds everything from the scroll wheel. Uenta jumped. And he was really unfortunate. Uenta as well, he's a very experienced player, by the way. He's a very, very conditioned player. Like, every time I practice against him, it's hard especially when you're in a clutch against him, because you know that he has so much experience. He'll know what you're going to do. He'll read you like a book. So all of these guys, they have their individual traits. Obviously, A-Star and Fox being very, very explosive. Rix, filling up any crack that could probably come up in the team. Venom doing
Venom
things.
POP for the team.
Yeah, and Venom, if you ask him to get an entry towards a specific area of the map and you support him, he will get you the entry. All you have to do is just tell him, go to the B bombs and get me an entry. He's going to go out and get you an entry.
So basically, they're like the bouncers for them.
Pretty much. I mean,
hey, side attack, chala, tumhe kai karte ho ikkada? Chala, hey, laukar. Sir, please. Literally like that.
And you and Fox just casually walk in like, oh yeah, we're going to come in and plant the bomb down. So it's just a very balanced team. But Iyati, I think I have different thoughts about them, because I'm really hoping that Veerbhadra steps up.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be the focal point or the anchor for the team if Iyati wants to put up a strong show against these guys.
He needs to put his shoes down in a concrete-filled pit so that if he doesn't budge, his team is secure behind him. So I think we should have a look at Team Iyati also on this note. All right, Team Iyati. I absolutely love it, Mamba. The PCR is absolutely enjoying themselves each time we are live with the ESL.
It's just the fact that we're at the desk, we make the map so much fun while, the viewers are obviously the team intros.
The point is they just are like, so they know we are not there in front of the camera. We can get away with laughing. Little do they know we'll be off camera when the game happens.
Yeah.
That's when if the microphone catches a couple of thrashing sounds, then we are not to be blamed. Just saying.
Also, but on top of it, before we move to the map veto, I really want to point out that Slots has been around for quite a while. I think he, even though he has not been performing all that much, I think he should take a very serious, hard support role in the team, and help his team go and try and get those openings for him, because Slots has never been that aim-heavy player, right? He has never been that consistent with aim. So if he can just fall back, support his team right there whenever needed, just be the float support as well, but play like a strict support role, I think it could probably change things up a bit.
Or maybe some amount of vacation.
Well, that's like a requirement to go pro in India, isn't it? Like every single India pro has retired.
I mean, you have to go on a small vacation. Maybe he's not putting his entire.
Alright, boys, I'm going on a vacation in a month. I'll see you in the Masters League.
Who is going on?
Anyway, let's just have a look at.
No, wait. Why are you going on a vacation for a month?
To go pro.
Go pro. Oh, okay, fine. We'll have the map pick veto now. All right, it's going to be a cash game. Mirage Train, Dust 2 banned out by Iyati. Overpass, Inferno, Nuke banned by Brutality. Inferno getting banned by Brutality.
That's really surprising, to be very honest.
Yeah, and Cash is a map.
They don't really play. They don't really play.
They don't like playing.
They don't play Cash. So I'm not sure it's like double mind games or they've been practicing again, because obviously I've been away from my computer since the last 3 months. I literally have no idea. If you were to ask me to play Counter-Strike right now, I'd be like clueless, absolutely clueless, yes. But nonetheless, it's really surprising the fact that Brutals actually went with Cash, because this has always been one of those maps that it's Centicam. These guys can see you.
I know they can see me.
All right. So the point being, Cash has been one of those maps that we've known Brutals to not be so good at that map, right? So it's a little surprising they chose Cash over Inferno, which they played yesterday and had a very, very dominating performance by that too against a team like Intensity Pune 5. So if it doesn't work out, I think it's only going to be
I believe maybe either Iyati has some ace up their sleeve, or Brutality is like somehow they know what they're going to do in this game. They have something in the mind. We'll get to know soon. We'll move off into the game and see what's in store for us.
Thank you, Mamba and Vagish. It is time to witness Brutality versus Iyati. And this is, of course, on the back of Brutality absolutely dominating their game yesterday against Intensity Pune 5 over on Inferno. But this game is going to be played on Cash. And I'm going to be your caster for the day, Adi, and I'm joined by Fet. Fet, go for it.
Hello, good people. What's up? Yup, Cash. It's actually a very curious map pick, Adi, because Iyati got the ever-living crap beaten out of them by Portal Esports not so long ago on this map, and allowing Cash to go through all the way till the final hit, which Brutality more than happily took. It's kind of a curious decision now. You went and he's on the lurk, and Bullet is just gonna put a bullet right between his eyes, and now the A hit comes in because, well, the B flank is dead. Good usage of utility to hold off that bomb plant. Foxy, he's caught out wide in the open. Can't really do much, but the bomb will finally go down. And Venom is going to take a shot. Nice on and A-Star, he gets one. Rix gets Ego. It's a flurry of kills left, right, and center. And, well, It looks like it's going to come down to A-Star and Foxy to hold off this 3v2 retake, and Foxy switching to the burst fire, and now it's all down to Accelerate. 15 points of health, but he's going to get Foxy. A-Star, he's playing from Squeaky. He knows it's planted for him, and he's just playing the time. Accelerate does have a kit, but he's not going to stick to the fuse just yet. A-Star, he's just toying with his prey. And there we go. A-Star puts an end to Accelerate's misery.
That was actually brilliantly played. That one-on-one was absolutely perfect by him. And again, you were gushing about A-Star actually in the just pre-game when we were talking. And you were like, he's the Olaf Meister of India.
I stand by that statement wholeheartedly, because the man's got a brilliant, innate sense of timing which makes him an outstanding lurk. He can op, he can rifle, he can pistol. He can do pretty much everything, which kind of makes him like an Olaf Meister.
And also, does he suddenly just step down as well? But Venom now opening up the frag onto Ego. It is a force buy actually coming in. There is the Deagle, lots of armors, and Accelerate has gone for just the USP because he dropped this scout over to Veerbhadra, I guess.
And coming back to your phase point, I mean, A-Star did just suddenly drop out of Eternal, which kind of was like the phase of India, featuring all the top. Bullet! Whoa! That's a nasty surprise for him, rounding the corner, peering down the barrel of the door, trying to slot himself into headshot, but all he's going to find are the AK bullets from Foxy. Accelerate with the USP. Oh, lands a ding through the smoke. Cheeky little headshot. 4 players, but Brutality is so very low, but Juventa, he's feeling it. He's feeling Enterprise. He's going to spray through the smoke, lands a couple of shots onto Accelerate. Now, Veerbhadra with the scout, he's just trying to pick off any stragglers, and he would want to save that armor and that scout. A-Star. Veerbhadra, if you're going to miss those shots, you're going to be made to pay. And A-Star, he's on the hunt. 180 on Veerbhadra, and he dead. He dead.
An absolutely clean anti-eco coming out from Brutality. That's great to see, right? Not even one player dropped. And yeah, like you were calling the map pick into question, right? And after the knife round, when we witnessed it, I actually called Iyati. Iyati won the knife round, by the way, guys. That was off stream, obviously. And Iyati managed to went for the CD pick, and I was like, why would you give Brutality T? Just why? Because Brutality loves controlling the pace. And there you go, Venom. He's gonna try to spray down 3 players, but he does get slots and Accelerate really low, but he's gonna be taken down. And well, the C4 is gonna go A because the bomb site is completely clear. And Juventa, he's on the hunt already.
And I think Foxy, he's just gonna stand guard, try and catch the players as they come, and you know, on the flank, and he's gonna find himself a couple of very easy kills. There's one. Accelerate, not willing to peek out any further, but he's not a member of this world much longer. Down he goes, and Venom looks like is gonna be the only casualty of this round. There we go, Foxy cleaning things up, nice and clean. One casualty, that's Venom, but that's just a MAC-10 loss, so no harm, no foul. Venom's immediately gonna buy up the AK-47. And I think Rix and Juventa may just want to stick with these SMGs, considering the fact that there's not going to be any head armor on any one of the players from Iyati, and Veerbhadra is going to roll the dice with the glass cannon AWP.
Yeah, Mamba was mentioning that Veerbhadra really needs to step up, and like with that op, he really needs to push Brutality back or hold Brutality's aggression. And if he does manage to do that, then Iyati will definitely have a chance going into this game. So yeah, there's a lot of weight on his shoulders basically right now. Brutality now does look like they're gonna go in for a simple A take basically. They have 2 players at the door. In fact, it's just 1 player at the door. I like that, by the way. They sent 2 players at the door. Once Foxy got control, the C4, that is Juventa, fell back, and he's going to aim in. That's pretty smart. But Veerbhadra, there you go, opening up the frag. The frags onto A-Star, and the A hit has come in. Venom sneaking his way in. He probably will get a 2nd kill, but no, he doesn't either. Somehow jumping off the ladder, taking him down. Venom whipping his spray. And now it's just Rix and Foxy alive. Make that just Foxy. He has got a frag though, but he's run out of ammo. And 3 players alive for Iyati. That was actually a really decent hold coming out of them.
Yeah, I mean, considering that they had very low utility and had to be very, very careful as to not get smacked in the face by those SMGs. Pretty decent hold coming out, but Brutality still have another buy left in them. They can quite comfortably actually reset the Iyati economy because it still hasn't taken root to say. Yeah, they're all pretty broke. If they lose this round, Iyati will be staring down the barrels of a double eco, at least a couple of their players. So they need to be very careful. This is the must-win round for them, Iyati, if they don't want to lose this early game. Veerbhadra being very conservative. Usually you do see Oppers actually chance and take that, roll the dice and take that shot. But if deciding against it, Foxy in the meantime, he's going to get tagged down to 13. I think that was the spam by Bullet into Checker, into Squeaky. This is getting a bit hairy.
A-Star though picks up the first frag on the middle position onto Slots, and Venom as well chimes in at the B side. Ego does take down A-Star, but it is still a man advantage for Brutality right now. Foxy may be really low, but it doesn't matter. Bullet, he's gonna take down Rix. It's back down to a 3v3, but Juventa, he's found himself up on the rafters, and he's gonna take down Ego, and now Bullet is stuck between a rock and a hard place. 3 players bearing down on his position right now. Venom has spotted him out, but somehow Bullet wins that duel, and Foxy will take Bullet down. Veerbhadra now, he's going to Molotov off the site and hopefully try to delay the bomb plant for a little bit. But the C4, it's all the way back at T-spawn, and Foxy might just go over to the building. What? Juventa through the smoke, replying back to that spam and taking down Veerbhadra. And that is the reset that you were talking about. It's come in.
Yeah, and it's going to be devastating. I mean, thankfully, a couple of players who were very low did manage to get a kill apiece, apart from Slots. He's sitting at $1,650, so he's going to be very stretched if they do go for the buy next round, Iyati. And by the looks of it and the way the game is shaping up thus far, they have to go for that buy next round, force it up, and by any means necessary, win that round. Otherwise, Iyati, see, I wasn't a big fan, like you said, when they decided to stay with the T side, CT side. They're a very static CT side team, especially on cash. And it looks like it's going to come down to an A main push. And whoa, look at Juventa. He's just chilling and mopping up the kills left, right, and center. They're just falling like bowling pins here. Like, no hope whatsoever. Rix is going to be marking mid. Almost landing that flick onto Accelerate, who was playing by white boxes. But doesn't look like, again, clean. As clean a round as they come. Only Juventa taking just 48 points of damage. Brutality. They've come in like wrecking balls, and they are not messing around.
Yeah, I really hope that we see some of the aggression that you were talking about by the CD side, that is in the gun rounds as well, because it's all well and good when you're pushing with pistols. In fact, it's expected by teams in this day and age that you're going to be trying something on the pistol round, but you got to be trying that on the gun rounds. And now it's going to be interesting because there is a little bit of armor and some upgraded pistols onto Iyati's side again. And it's a 4-stack at the A main, at A. And Rix is alone. The pop flash does come in. Veerbhadra, he's not going to be able to take him down. Rix, ooh, if he continued that spray, he could have got another frag. But A-Star spams Accelerate through the door and then opens it and blows Bullet out of the map. And all of a sudden, it's just down to Slots in a 1v5 and a CZ. With the CZ. Anyway, and he's been found through the smoke by A-Star. Another clean anti-eco coming in by Brutality. They really mean business today.
They've been meaning business since yesterday. Like, even the game yesterday against Intensity Pune 5, they came in with a completely no-nonsense attitude. They just demolished the CT side their Intensity Pune 5 put up. It was just... the way their T side, their CT side, they started on the CT side yesterday, and it was such a glorious CT side to behold. There was aggression, there was controlled aggression, there was proper map control, and it was the way Inferno's meant to be played. And Brutality, they're looking like a completely revamped team, I have to be honest. I'm loving what Brutality are putting up right now, and you know, it's very good for the scene in general that a lot of teams are stepping up. ATE is stepping up, Brutality is stepping up. It just means that, you know, the players aren't just there for the heck of it. They're hungry for the W. They're hungry to show up on LAN, and this is good for the sponsors. It's good for the scene. It's good for the aspiring players as well. And I just hope that they can keep up. They can keep pace with themselves, and they don't run out of steam.
Yep. And Iyati have come in with the buy. Accelerate is alone at the B bomb site though, and it does look like Brutality is going to execute towards the B bomb site. It is an A stack sort of. There's 2 at middle and 2 at A, and Accelerate is just holding from the CD spawn. That means that they want to retake. He spotted out the gun barrel of Venom now, and he knows that the attack is coming here. So the rotation is coming in by Iyati, but is it gonna come soon enough? Brutality being really, really static. I think they've missed their timing, but Foxy picks up Slots, who was rotating in from the window, from the Vents position, and Accelerate. He's been found out now as well. But Bullet chimes in from the elevator position, takes down Venom, and there is no CD cross smoke. A-Star has one.
The C4 is, sorry.
Yeah,
Look
the
at where the
C4
C4 is.
But Ego, he's gonna get taken down by Rix and the C4. Brutality have bamboozled Iyati, but unfortunately for them, Rix has 100 HP and Foxy's on just 18. And it's a 3v2 retake at this point, but Foxy may as well be dead in this round. And it's all up to Venom, it's all up to Rix, but Foxy somehow picks up Veerbhadra. That was the best fight that he could have gotten. He picks up the AWP player, and now Foxy does get another one, but Accelerate's there for the trade, and the 1v1 has been won by him. A great effort by Foxy, and that was a really good fake by Brutality, but unfortunately for them, they just lost too many players at the B-bomb side.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to go for... They needed a better trade game there towards the B-bomb side, I feel, and Foxy tried his best on what? A sliver of HP, getting 2 quick kills, including taking the AWP away from Iyati. That's a huge amount of money that Iyati have to reinvest into this round, and look at their buy. Again, 1 kit, 4 M4s and a FAMAS and a smattering of utility. It's not an ideal buy. Brutality could again easily reset the Iyati economy, and there we go. Foxy just waltzing out towards mid. Nobody marking it, nobody molotoving it, and oh, Foxy needs to be careful. He's gonna get stuck with a nade out in his hands, and Rix, whoa, that's a whiff and a half you don't usually see, but Bullet, he's gonna be marking from truck, or well, truck wall, and Veerbhadra, he's inched his way towards forklift. Will they be expecting this push from Veerbhadra is the question.
It's going to be a very interesting retake right now. The Iyati is already at the A-bomb site, so it's not much of a retake at this point. It's going to be a brawl, but A-Star does figure out where Veerbhadra is, but Bullet does trade onto him, and Juventa is at just 10 points of health now. But Bullet looking the wrong way. Venom does get the kill, and Venom wins the 1v2. Bullet and Accelerate, unfortunately for them, they couldn't work in tandem and win that round for Iyati. And again, Brutality have reset Iyati after another gun round victory. And that's just absolutely harsh.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a part of a larger game plan that Brutality have come with. They're just allowing Iyati to pick up that odd round here and there, and then just immediately they just turn it up a notch. Complete curveballs they're throwing every now and then, and Iyati look like headless chicken on their CT sides. And again, there's been no aggression coming out from Iyati. You expect aggression in the buy round, especially on a map like Cash. It's like Inferno. You have to have map control regardless of what side you're on. You have to make those info plays, and there's just been none of that on the CT side during the buy rounds. And Bullet, he's gonna get sandwiched oh so brutally. Yeah, I meant that. There we go.
That was an ace stack, by the way, by Iyati as well. They had 4 players towards the A-bomb side, but Brutality just waltzing their way in from middle, and they got the backstab onto all the A players. I have no idea how they didn't expect it. And Rix, the jumping accuracy of the Mac-10, absolutely wrecking Accelerate. And another flawless anti-eco. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's 3 flawless anti-force visor anti-ecos by Brutality. Sorry, wait. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. But 4 flawless ones and 1 with 4 players alive. That is how clean Brutality's anti-ecos have been. And you can see that in their economy as well. They have 10k on almost every single player. And in fact, Foxy's sitting at 12k. Juventa fully flash, still picks up the frag. And Accelerate does get a frag onto him, but Rix is there for the trades as well. It is, of course, another eco coming in by Iyati, so they just want to do as much damage as possible. But A-Star, it does look like he wants to close out this round sooner rather than later. And Ego, ooh, the Mac-10, earning him some money, but Venom is there from the CT spawn. Almost from the CT spawn, from the Z connector to take him down. And wow, that was a fast round by Brutality. And the change of space, right, it's great. It's catching off Iyati so many times.
Again, I'd just like to point this out. Foxy is on $15,150, which means regardless of the outcome of this round, Foxy is actually going to lose money. Because neither is he going to get the full 1400 loss bonus, and forget about the win bonus. That's just that ship has sailed a long time back. That's how great the Brutality economy is. And finally some aggressions. Finally a hint of some balls being shown by Iyati, but that doesn't matter. Veerbhadra's dead, the Opper's gone, Bullet is... He's got 1 foot in the grave, and whoa, Slots picking up. Slots and Ego, two quick kills. Blah, blah, blah. And Venom now looking to restore the man advantage. And what is that angle Accelerate's playing?
And somehow Venom expected that angle. He even went for the check, but the C4, Juventa, probably the most experienced player on the Brutality side, making a massive mistake there, taking the fight when he didn't have to because Venom had the B bomb side covered. But he is in for the long con. He is there from the CD spawn now, backstabbing these players. But Ego expects it, but Venom is ready. He will take his head clean off, and now it's just down to Slots and A-Star. He's holding the angle. He has the inkling. Who peaks first? And it is gonna be Slots, but A-Star whiffing that shot, missing the drag. And Venom's gonna pick up the C4 though. It's gonna be planted, and again Slots has already come in for the retake, but A-Star has picked up the AK. He doesn't want that op anymore, and Venom with his 3rd kill of the round, the final one with a HE grenade. Oh my god, even when everything's going right for Iyati, things just go wrong.
Yeah, and all that time that Venom's been grinding out in Next, clearly is paying some dividends, because Venom is... He's playing like a completely revamped player. The confidence in his peaks, his aim, it's so crisp. It is so good. Like, this entire Brutality squad, I can't recognize them at all. Like, from last year, they're like... last year's Brutality pales in comparison from what we're seeing from them this time around. And it is glorious to watch them back to almost their prime.
Yep.
And now, again, some aggression coming up from Squeaky, but...
In an eco round, you might add.
Yeah.
That's when they aggress. I mean, they did try to aggress, of course, in the gun round, but Veerbhadra got taken down by Foxy. And again, the aggression is towards the A bomb side, and it's not going to pay dividends because it's just with pistols. There's nothing much you can accomplish with pistols. And yeah, I mean, the bomb's down at B already, and it's again, Venom is going to pick up Slots as well. Do we see another flawless anti-eco? Juventa almost proving my words wrong, but Venom will bail him out. And now it's just Ego stuck at the Z connector, trying to wait. He wants an exit frag. He wants to get a gun. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And just getting back to Brutality, right? I did talk to A-Star a little bit last night after the game, and I was telling him that you guys are playing amazing Counter-Strike, and I love that you guys are playing Counter-Strike the right way. And he's like, it makes him and his entire team happy that I'm happy with their Counter-Strike.
Wow.
So they're like, they will play better Counter-Strike just for me, is what they said.
Aww.
And I'm glad that they're doing that.
Still a better love story than Twilight, ladies and gentlemen.
I think
everything's a better love story.
I think
than
BJP
Twilight.
and Congress's hate story is a better love story than Twilight. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, Brutality now 11-2 in the lead. It is finally another buy coming out by Iyati. Probably just their 4th buy of this half. And it is a double op setup. Ego and Veerbhadra picking it up. And again, Veerbhadra does want to go in for the aggression, but the Molotov is so perfectly timed. It's like Brutality is reading the plays. How do you not sound biased when they're just so good?
No, look, there's no bias coming in right now. It's just that Brutality are in a completely different league. They're playing 4D chess while Iyati are stuck playing Minesweeper on a Windows 98 system. Like, they're just playing completely different games at this point. Brutality, they're actually playing CSGO while I don't know what Iyati are playing. It's clearly not gone according to plan. If they did have a game plan for Cash, clearly it wasn't the right one, because Brutality have just picked their CT side apart and chewed it out and spit it out. But I like Accelerate's position. He can actually get you right. Okay, fine. Just ignore I said anything. And Ego missing an easy shot. He should really have picked that, but he picks A-Star off. Okay, that's... All right.
The trades are in, though, by Brutality, and Iyati did have the man advantage, by the way. The A-main push finally paying dividends. Foxy was taken down at the A-main position, but it is a 3v3 retake. And Venom proving Mamba wrong. Venom can op as well. But unfortunately, he's flashed. He's completely flashed. That's a 3k for Slots on the retake. And that was his own pop flash as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a great little bit of individual brilliance coming in by Slots to get a third round on the board for Iyati.
Yeah, but again, it's gonna take more than just individual heroics for Iyati to, you know, claw their way back from in this game. They do manage to save both the AWPs, so they can actually have a fighting chance going into the final round. But again, Accelerate is gonna have to make his peace with either a FAMAS or a UMP, neither which is ideal. And an 11-4 half with Brutality going into the CT side is still gonna favor the Brutals tremendously, and Iyati have to dig deep, find their confidence, find their, you know, will to win and actually push back Brutality one step at a time. There we go, Accelerate opening things up with the kill on Venom, and Veerbhadra needs to be careful. Foxy is flirting with death. Veerbhadra missing an easy shot and has to fall back, forced to fall back rather. And Ego, he's taken a lot of damage, down to 17 HP. So even with the man advantage, Iyati, they've shown that they are vulnerable to an individual from Brutality just going absolutely bonkers. They need to be careful.
And Brutality now they've slowed down the pace a lot, but Juventa, he's gonna open up the fragging department for Brutality on the B-bomb side, but he will get in turn traded out by Slots as well. So the man advantage has been maintained for Iyati, and they've in fact rotated 3 players over to the B-bomb side, while Brutality, Bullet has a lot of information here, but Brutality is going mid, and it's gonna be really interesting if Brutality if they actually try to go to the A bomb side right now. They would have found an absolutely clear bomb site, but now Slots has rotated into the car position, and Bullet, of course, is aggressive at the A main position as well. Veerbhadra being naded down by the C4. Ooh.
And right now, Bullet's position is going to be absolutely pivotal. There we go. He gets Rix. He's one of the more dangerous players. And Bullet gets a second kill as well. Foxy, he's at what? 8 HP, 3 HP. There we go. Down he goes. And that's an 11-4 half coming out from Iyati. Hopefully, these last 2 rounds that Iyati have managed to string together actually inject some confidence into their gameplay and into their selves. Because right now, that's what they need. We all know that Iyati have capable aimers. They're very smart players. But it's just looking as though it's a game that's coming from a place of complete dejection. It's lacking all, you know, confidence. It's lacking all drive to actually go for that kill and win eventually. Hopefully, these 2 final rounds do get their blood flowing and get their hearts pumping, and we get to see some high-octane action coming out from Iyati on their T side. Brutality, however, will likely be content with the T side that they've put. And oh, they should have heard that boost fail coming up and going for a counter boost themselves. This is gonna get interesting. Oh my god, Rix is staring down 3 players, and how is he still alive?
In fact, he manages to pick up a frag onto Slots as well, but A-Star now, he's gonna get one, but he's gonna be instantly traded by Bullet. But Venom with 2 insane one-taps coming in and giving Brutality the man advantage again, but the C4 on Accelerate has sneaked its way into the B bomb site, and he's gonna go in for the plant now, and Brutality know this. And they will go in for the retake together. Juventa has a kit and a smoke as well, but there is no flashbang. Venom is also on 16 points of health, so this is really, really doable for Accelerate. He's first. Accelerate. He's gonna get the first frag onto Juventa. That's the man with the HP, and now Venom just on 16 points of health. He needs to land another insane one-tap. Now he's down to 5 points of health. Accelerate. He's just biding his time, trying to waste even more time, but Venom, does he have the time? Juventa's kit is there.
Doesn't have time.
This is going to be really close. He may just have it. No, he does not.
I know he doesn't. Just that last little face-off lasting just a little bit too long, but still credit where credit is due. Accelerate doing a masterful job of clutching out that 1v2 and actually playing the time to perfection. And Venom for those insane shots, 2 at mid and the final one towards Accelerate. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough. But look at the buy that's coming out from Brutality. Okay, fine. They're going to force it up. I thought they were gonna go for the double eco and then go for that first gun round with all the utility under the sun.
Yeah, like
But
they did yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I expected that as well, but that's not the case. This time they're going to force fire into it. And Juventa, one of the Deagles, is taken down, and even Rix, playing the cheeky angle below the smoke at Z Connector, has been taken down as well. And now Venom, Foxy, and A-Star, they just want to save these pistols and armor to go into the next round, because I mean, there's no way they will in a 5v3, is there? But Foxy will get the frag onto Veerbhadra. In fact, he has the C4 as well. He's gonna get bullet in the back as well, but he's gonna... Oh, he goes in for the AK-47. The greed catching him off, and Accelerate will finish him off, and Slots and Ego chime in as well. And Iyati do pick up their anti-eco as well. Not as clean as Brutality, but they still do keep 3 players alive. And also, I do want to say, in the pistol round, right? I'm gonna say this for the first time since yesterday. I actually think Brutality made a little bit of an error there. Juventa peeking out first with the full HP while retaking in a 2v1 situation. I don't think they should have done that. I think Venom should have peeked out first, maybe swung out wide, got Accelerate's position, but instead, you know.
yeah, little mistakes cost you rounds. That's what ends up happening. But it's a complete stack towards Highway. This is one of the most curious setups I have seen from any team in Bullet. And you're completely blinded and peppered by bullets left, right, and center in the meat. What? What?
Venom with the CZ gets 2 frags and then picks up the AK and gets a 3rd, and then Juventa steals the 4th from him, and that leaves Slots in a 1v5 situation. A-Star has been taken down though, and they do know where Slots is. The C4 has been lost to him as well, but a 1v4 situation, even against unarmored opponents, I don't think it's really possible for him. But he has to try.
I mean, like, that is possibly the best flash ever thrown in Indian CSGO history. It blinded everybody. Brutality, Iyati, whoever was on the A bomb site was dabbing away to glory. And there we go, final kill. Slots falling to Venom. This man, he is top fragging right now. 21 kills on Venom. 21 kills and 8 deaths. That's almost a 3.0 KD. That is ridiculous for a professional game of Counter-Strike.
Yes, it is. And
even more so for Venom, right? Because let's be honest, he's never been that star fragger in that Brutality lineup. He's always played that support role. He's been the captain. He's been the anchor for the team morally, but you know, never been one that stands out on the scoreboard. Now Juventa, he's gonna pop right out and smash Veerbhadra in the face. Takes the M4 that's been dropped, and it's a 2v3. And I like what Juventa is doing. He's just forgotten that there's an S key on his keyboard. He's just gonna go pushing, and Venom is gonna just continue his reign of terror.
That was a force buy, by the way, by Iyati as well. So now their money is broken. That means Brutality should be able to get to 14 rounds. And I really like that round, by the way. It was a change of pace by Iyati as well. They decided to go fast middle, and they did have one lurker towards the B bomb site, but Brutality, they aggressed at B with 3 players, and they had 2 players at middle. I mean, what do you do? What do you do as when you're Iyati against those sort of reads? What can you even do?
And if you remember last season, right, Brutality played some of their best CS on this very map. And that is what they're capable of on Cash. So, again, I question Iyati's opposition research. I would expect a team of Iyati's, like, you know, history. They're going to just walk into the grinder that's Foxy, and Juventa is just going to clean up shop. Rix does get taken down by Accelerate, but he's the last survivor, and he's going to just get smashed in the face by a 5.56 bullet. And that's Brutality just casually coasting on to 14 rounds. And how often do you see, after 2 rounds being played on the CT side and winning them, 3 rounds actually, 2 players sitting on $10K, and Venom still continuing with the, oh, there we go, drops the MP9.
A-Star still has an XM on him, by the way. He still has the auto shotty on him. I really want to see where he goes with this. Iyati has come in with the buy now, though, and they need to stop this Brutality freight train right now. It has to be right now, and A-Star is going to go close middle, but nobody, it doesn't seem like anyone's going to face him. Brutality is playing the A retake with just one player towards the back of the bomb site, and in fact towards CD spawn. It is the A execute. It's come in. That Molotov is going to go straight into the smoke. It's not going to do anything. And Iyati is already overrun the bomb site. They're in there without any resistance whatsoever. And A-Star is on the flank. He's going to get Veer Batra down to 1 HP. But unfortunately not able to finish off the frags. And I don't think the shotgun penetrates the wall, A-Star. It just doesn't. And it's a stalemate now. Bullet has been taken down by Foxy as well, by the way. It's a 5v4 situation for Brutality. And the bomb hasn't even been planted. The Molotov now has come in, but Juventa's taken down by Slots, and Slots chiming in with 2 frags of his own and takes down Venom as well. But Rix does shut him down finally. It is a 3v3 now, but A-Star and Rix, they're really, really low. Foxy is going to spot out the gun barrel. Does he have the patience? Yes, he does, and Rix, he's going to chime in and take down Veerbhadra as well. It's all down to accelerate now in a 1v3 situation, and he looks away at the worst possible moment, and Foxy, he's going to put Brutality on match point.
And who would have thunk it, right, Adi, that XM really was the best decoy in the hands of A-Star. He just was firing it randomly all over the place, and it just drew the attention that allowed Foxy to move up towards Forklift and get that kill onto the player playing Forklift. And A-Star doing a lot of damage with that XM actually last round as well. I think he did over 150 points of damage with that auto shotty. And Iyati languishing at 6 rounds, Brutality comfortably on match and map point, and it looks like it's going to be yet another easy victory for them.
Yet another spanking is the word you were looking for.
Pretty much.
But A-Star with the mid, he's sitting in the middle of smoke. Venom aggressing B alone. He's gotten the frag onto Veerbhadra. What in the name of Slots? If he just fires a bullet right now, he does. I actually think no, because it's the double smoke, right? You can see the silhouette through it. That was a bit of a misplay coming in by A-Star. And the man advantage has been lost, but oop, never mind. Rix has gotten a frag onto Bullet, and the man advantage is still maintained. But Venom is sitting on 12 points of health, and it does look like Iyati wants to go in for the B bomb side. And there's just Venom sitting there on 12 points of health. The rotation is coming in. Juventa is coming in, but Venom at the headshot angle, playing it to perfection, and wow.
Just never underestimate Venom. 12, 1, 2, 200 HP. Just this guy is on fire today.
He just absolutely is on fire. And just when he's sitting low, right? Just the thought, sitting at the headshot position and his movement as well. The ducking was so perfect that none of the Iyati players even managed to get a shot off onto him. And it's just, like I said before, it's another spanking coming in by Brutality. Fed, any closing words?
Don't play cash against Brutality. I mean, this was just a masterclass. Perfect aggression, very sound T-side, excellent read on the economy. And Iyati, you really need to work on your cash, CT side especially.
Yep, so that's it from our side. We're going to go back to the studio where Mamba and Vagish can break down this cash game further for you.
All right, back again with the action here in the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership. 16-6 in favor of Brutality. Mambas, can we have the Mambas cam? If I play any Bollywood tune right now, wo dard bhari aankhein. Can we zoom in? Can we zoom into his eyes?
They can probably digitally zoom in and via VMix, but these are the eyes of an engineering student who's about to appear for a computer organization paper, which is
life is ending in front of you.
Yeah, I really want to go and sleep actually because I'm really tired for some reason today.
और खेलो बेटा रात भर Counter Strike क्या ही होता है?
कहाँ Counter Strike खेल रहे हैं बे हम? Anyway, dude, what's apart? Jokes apart, obviously, because of the fact that we have to talk about the game as well. 16-6 in the favor of Brutality, and it wasn't really surprising because we did mention they're a class apart, and Cash though it was a little surprising. Easy shot, so that these guys have just been coming together as a team. Though Foxy, I think. He's like that guy who's just sitting in the corner, who's doing a lot as well, but no one really talks about him because he pretty much sounds like Gautam Gambhir of India World Cup final, right? He does a lot of work as well, but he's just the one that brings a lot more structure as well and binds the entire team together. While the other guys, for example, while we have Rix going in and getting all those frags. It's really interesting to see how it actually works out. And as a team, I think they are playing the best Counter-Strike they ever have in a really, I think in the past 1 year. And Iyati, on top of it, I mean, again, I did mention V Brother has to step it up. He is the opper. He has that gun. He has that big green gun. And if you're investing so much in on that gun, then he has to step it up. And especially Sloan as well. I do expect a lot from this guy, even though he's new to the team. I think he does have a lot more potential. So I think overall, I think they still have to practice a lot. They still
Up their
need
game,
like
basically.
yeah, up their game. It just sounds very simple, right? But there are like too many things to practice upon. I think they still need like 6 to 8 months at least to like have a commendable performance against a team like Brutality.
All right, then we'll take a quick commercial break here. On the other side, we have Dota 2 lined up, so don't go anywhere. This is the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Seasons Masters League, brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and of course presented by Northern Gaming and ESL India.